Okay, my question is this. Is race realism, like, really... Like, why is that something that's hard to accept? Because sure, I mean, we could talk about, judging someone by the contents of their character, not the color of their skin, yada yada yada, all those cute, nice sounding catchphrases. But at the end of the day, when you look at things culturally, anthropologically, scientifically, biologically, evolutionarily, you know, there's some pretty key differences between the races. Compare Asians to everyone else. Asians are the only people that the white man would ever look at as equal, if not superior. They love his woman. And then on the bottom of the totem pole and everything else except physical aspects, there's blacks. Why is this hard to accept? Why is this hard to admit? Why is this hard to discuss without being called racist? Sure, there are people that, don't fit in that norm, but, I mean, that's with anything. Black men are known for having more testosterone than other groups of men. That's why physically they're more dominant. But there are still some small, scrawny-looking black men, especially if they're mixed. Another thing that they don't want to admit for some reason, even though it's been proven scientifically, black women have more testosterone than other women, just like the men have more testosterone than other men. That's why when you look at them unmixed in their natural habitat, they have more masculine builds, more masculine facial features. The hair is usually short like the men. Hey, there's an African tribe, I don't know what the name of it is, but an African tribe that the women cannot grow hair long. Which is kind of funny because they're like, oh, why do you think we can't grow our hair long? Even though they're the ones that always say they can't grow their hair long. That's why they always wear the weaves in America. Then again, they probably can't grow their hair long because they've been burning it since they were 2 months old with perms. Anyway, Asian women are known to be the daintiest of women, known to not have very pronounced female, uh, arousal characteristics, so to speak, smaller breasts and buttocks. Conversely, African women are known for having exaggerated sexual features, extremely large breasts, extremely large butts, i.e. Hottentot Venus. Why is this hard to accept? And it does also deal with intelligence, like I said earlier with the Asians. And it's not just culture. It's not just culture. It cannot be just culture. Because for as much as a lot of the African immigrants come over here and try to act better than whites in America, we keep wanting to forget that they're the cream of the crop Africans, the ones who actually made it over here. Why do you think Africa, there were no seafaring boats? No written languages, a lot of times. No great literature, no great art, no great monuments. Sure, they'll claim pyramids, even though everyone knows ancient Egyptians were not black. That's what they do. They have to claim Egyptians or Jews, their ancient history, to make up for their embarrassment of a history as a people. And even, I mean, come on, the pyramids, they're triangles. That's not some, I mean, if you said the Sphinx, okay, maybe. A pyramid, like that compares to the Tower of Pisa. Or the Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, uh, cathedrals in Moscow, some of the great mosques in the Middle East. Most Africans have are mud castles. They don't even really castles or palaces. They're just vaguely decorated mud brick houses. Same thing with South Americans. That's why a lot of their descendants you see, you know, where blacks are in the hood, Latinos aren't too far behind. Where a ghetto is, a barrio ain't too far behind usually. And I mean, this is what it is. I'm not saying blacks are stupid. No. I am saying in general. In general. Whites and Asians, and also Arabs and Middle Easterners, Arabs, or Indians rather, as well, they have a higher propensity for learning aptitude. Now, I'm sure I'll be called a racist and Uncle Tom and a coon and whatnot, but seriously, when you just take a panoramic view of historical, cultural facts, when you see that Africans, Africans as well as South Americans, were just lagging behind everyone, not just the Europeans, and it's not just that white man, that yellow man too, that Asian man, you know, the ones that owns most of your stores in the neighborhood, yeah, they were surpassing you then too. And they're, you know, trying to, you know, recolonize you like the white folk did now with the Chinese in Africa. And this is, you know, this is very introductory in terms of comparison. But seriously, it is what it is. Why can we not admit this? We can't go any higher until we realize how low we are. If blacks are some of the lowest culturally, mentally, spiritually, let's say it, let's admit it, and then go from there. Try to get higher. We admit our mistakes, okay, then let's try to fix them. And I'm going to make one that's going to make some folk mad, talking about why our features, especially on women, produce more unattractive women compared to every other group of women. And I know that video is probably going to get flagged. But why can we not admit these things, not even to ourselves? It's bad enough you won't admit it to anyone else, even though you want to act like you're equal to everyone else, when history and culture shows you that you're lagging behind everyone, but you don't want to admit it. But yet you're not above taking a bunch of handouts and voting for a party that treats you as having a handicap because of your ethnicity. You're not above that, but you're above admitting the simple biological, scientific, cultural truth. So my question is, why will we not admit this? Why will we not admit this historical failings? Why can we not have that conversation? You want to beg white people to have a conversation about racism when they aren't racist. So then, even the blacks that are smart, that don't fit this, why can't we then have a conversation about it? Huh? Or is that even though some of us might be smarter than the bunch, we still have those same hood, and that's pretty dang true. It's like Pastor Manning says, there's not 2 cents worth of difference between a bum on the street, a lot of Negroes, and the Harvard graduates. They still have the same hood mindset, that everyone's out to get them because they're black. But then they won't admit some of the things that are inherent with blackness. Why is this?